Ain't no half Steppin and Marcus J. Real short break we had there tonight. Big Rube ready and excited to lead us in a Fishbowl. Bloop, 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 bloop. Big Rube, take it away, brother. I mean,
why not? You used the wrong one for the basketball.
I can do what I want.
I mean, but the bloop, 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 that's the sound.
I mean, you still playing Candy Rain. How am I supposed to do my stuff when you play Candy Rain? I'm just saying.
Why don't you do the Candy Rain?
He been fussing with me. He been fussing with me the whole night. I'm about tired of it. He even tried to attack me.
You started.
He bigger than me. Like, I give a damn about that. When's the last time you met a dude with Napoleon complex who gave a damn about somebody being big?
Just because I'm bigger than you, that don't mean I won't pick up a chair.
Well,
nothing. I'll pick up your computer and smash you with it.
I will punch you between the eyeballs.
You won't get close.
You ever see a big dude get punched on the bridge of the nose? You punch somebody on the bridge of the nose, it's
over. They gonna fall.
What makes you think you don't get close enough for that?
I'll stomp on your big toe.
You won't get close enough.
Poke you in the eye.
I mean, there's
a number of things that I could do to neutralize.
Man, you won't get close enough.
I'm gonna be Switzerland.
I don't care about him.
I mean, you can be Switzerland all you want. You can take a chair shot to the face.
Yeah, you ain't Switzerland because you took his side earlier. So yeah, you did. I ain't thinking about.
You took my side because I was right.
Whatever.
I mean, you can be whatever all you want, but I was right. Okay. And you don't got to admit it, because I know. And banks know. And when you listen to this, you will know.
I ain't thinking about you. Go ahead and do your parts, you punks.
I mean, I'm doing mine. You better stop calling me a punk with your whack Jersey City hat on. That's right.
That's right. I'm repping Jersey City. And Jersey City fans, I got a Jersey City hat on, and he just attacked
with those Spartan colors.
So when we go off the air, I'm definitely going to punch him in his eye.
I'm about to jab you in the throat for saying that.
How you going to disrespect somebody?
How you jabbing me in the throat?
How you going to disrespect somebody hood, yo? Ain't nobody say nothing about Petersburg, Virginia.
You're right.
Ain't nobody say nothing about Petersburg.
Nobody cares. I didn't care. You think I care?
You don't.
Man, whatever. Jersey City with your green lantern.
Hey, look, man. That's gonna be the last time you disrespect my hood. All right.
First of all, I didn't disrespect your hood. I disrespected your hat.
Get whatever. Get into your fishbowl before we move on, man.
I mean, I'm moving on.
Well, hurry up.
Matching like a girl. What's wrong with you?
See, you know what?
You know what? I'm just saying, man. This dude over here is throwing stuff at me, not expecting me to throw stuff back. It's a new day. It's legacy in that radio, son. On the other place, I probably wouldn't have said nothing, but now it's on. What? First thing we're talking about today.
I'm out of it, bro. Don't look.
I mean, what you gonna do? You look like you want to throw something. Hey, man, fights always start with somebody throw a chair. You better make sure you hit.
You would think that he would just move on with the fishbowl, really right?
I can't, because you looking at me like you trying to do something. Man, if you look at me like the way you should look at me, maybe I will continue on. But until you get me with that threatening look.
How do you want to look at you like you're a biscuit?
I'm just saying, maybe he needs to look at you then, because he's looking at me like he's trying to throw. I'm just saying.
Can we move on?
I mean, then drop some finger knowledge at me too. This guy's over here crazy.
Can we move on?
4'2". All right.
Can we move on?
The first thing, I appreciate if you stop looking at me like that. Why don't you look at Banks like that? How about that?
Can we move on?
I'm moving on.
Okay.
Don't rush me. It's my segment. This guy over here trying to control me. I had parents for that. What? First of all, if my parents are listening, what's up? How y'all doing? All right. Now I'm going to move on before me and Marcus J get in a fight on air and y'all watch a grown man cry. So, first thing we'll talk about is, y'all two are married up in here. And I know.
You always want to throw us under the bus.
Because you're married and it is what it is. Now, there's a mother in the UK who forced her 14-year-old kid to get pregnant. Somebody must have read this already. So, forced a 14-year-old kid to get pregnant because she adopted 3 kids, and the UK was like, you can't have no more kids because she wanted a fourth. The UK said you can't have any. So what she did basically is use, I want to make sure I get this right, because she bought a donor sperm, and she used a turkey baster. Yes, a turkey baster to get her daughter pregnant. So, the question here is not about all of this. Asking you two gentlemen and asking the world. Hit us up on Facebook. Call us up if you got questions. How many kids for you is too many kids? 804-422-2893. How many kids, Banks, is too many kids for you? We know you got little Banks out there. And I secretly know Banks wants maybe 1 or 2 more kids. So, how many kids, if you could have as many kids you want, what is your number, Banks?
3.
3. Why 3? So you had a 2.3 kid situation? I mean,
No, that's just how many I want.
No reason why you want 3?
No reason.
You just want to have 3 kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
I came from a big family, so.
Why do you say like 5 or something?
Well, I'm not being like my granddad who had 19. I'm just saying.
Yeah, my grandma had 17.
I ain't trying to be like that. I'm just saying I want 3.
Okay. And Marcus J?
If it was up to me, I would keep having kids until I could stop producing kids. That's
a lot of kids,
well,
yo.
I mean,
unless you just stop, biologically.
You asked me what I wanted.
Can you give me a number? A minimum number, other than 1.
5.
5. So you'd be happy with 5 kids?
I would be happy with at least 5 kids. Yeah. Cool. I wanted a large family, but I knew that wasn't in the cards for me. So I would have, I would have been, okay with the one that I have, and I am okay with the one that I have.
Shout out to Mama J. We love Mama J.
Shout out to Mama J. But if it had been,
if you control the kid amount,
if I was in control, I would have had a lot more kids than 1. Yeah.
Okay. My mom had 3. My grandma had like 17 or something. So to me, anything more than like 8 is a whole lot of.
But my thing is, who are we to determine how many kids other people have?
Well, the UK said you can't have no more than 3.
Yeah, but I understand. I understand that. But and so does China. China makes you bludgeon your female children if you or your male children, whatever one it is. You're supposed to throw the female. You're supposed to throw them in the river, something stupid like that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So there are places in the world that regulate how many kids you have, but we live in the land of the free, the home of the brave, as they say. They don't always practice what they preach, but that's where we live. So. Living in this country, you're supposed to be able to do whatever you want. And if you can take care of them, then there's no reason for you to not have a whole lot more. And we know that generations past had a lot more. Like my grandfather was one of 9.
Ain't a lot.
Well,
not for back in the day.
Well, okay, but he was one of 9. And,
that's cool.
The most any of his children had was 3.
Wow.
The most any of his children had was 3. And the most any of his siblings, had was like 7. So he was like one of 9, and his sibling, he had 3. But he had 4 actually.
And then they had 3.
He had my grandfather had 4 children, but his siblings, the most any of his siblings had was 7.
Oh, that's huge.
Well, that's a lot. But you can see that, my grandfather was born in 1919. So, you can see
Is
that.
he still with us?
No, we lost him in 78.
Sorry to hear that.
In 70, yeah. So you can see that generationally it's definitely different. You do have, every once in a while, you'll have someone that has a lot of children, in later generations, more current. But past generations, when you didn't have things like birth control, you didn't have things like, the government, not around to assist in things that sort, where they just went ahead and, did what it took, get in where you fit in with regards to the children, families just grew. It kind of, and they made a way. So all of these people today who have the mentality of, I don't want to have more children because I don't think that we can afford it. To me, that's that's a BS excuse with respect to people who have that opinion. Mm-hmm. That's a BS excuse to me because our forefathers had a whole lot less than we got, and they made it happen.
Wow. Now my brother had 5. My brother right now is carrying the grandkids for the peeps right now, for the parents. I of course have none. Yay. But I would have liked, and I guess I shouldn't say would have liked. I probably would have liked 3 or 4. I mean, if I could afford it. But I wanted to start with the 1 first. But it is what it is. And my younger brother doesn't have any, but he just got married. I guess he's next on the block because since I don't have a girlfriend or anything, I'm not about giving up my sperm for money. I ain't about that. She hate me not having it unless they paying a lot of money. Then.
It was.
Yeah, as long as they maybe sign some paperwork, which really doesn't hold up, which we found out earlier last year as well.
No.
That stuff doesn't hurt.
Depends on what state you're in.
That's true. But yeah, that stuff for real just doesn't hold up. So, as far as what happened was, She had a miscarriage with the first one, 6 more attempts with the donor sperm. She gave birth and to a baby boy, but then they took the mom away because she was weird, because she wanted to breastfeed the kid, and her mom was like, nah, we ain't had none of that. And so now she's serving 5 years in jail, and these kids are without a mother because her mom's crazy. Kind of sad, but
very sad.
You know, I guess that's what happens when you have crazy mothers. And pretty much, let's see. I have a hit on my text. This person says, depends on the mom's family. His sister-in-law has 4 kids, so he's got to account for that because I know at some point they're gonna be at his house. So you know he's got to look out for his kids, and he has 2. So I mean that's real cool. Now, second thing today, you know, I know from all the Diva Diaries and all that stuff, women hate when you living at home with your moms because they just feel that living at home with your moms is a lack of, I don't know, you're a mama's boy or you can't fend for yourself or yada, yada, yada. However, I don't think people saying this about Bradley Cooper, who lives with his moms. He lives with his moms. And I'm pretty sure Bradley Cooper getting it in, regardless. You know, so apparently the level of women that Bradley Cooper affect apparently don't care that he lives with his moms. So with that being said, I understand y'all gentlemen are married and out the house. Real talk. If you had to live with your moms before you got married and stuff, how long do you think you could have dealt with living with your moms? And your pops too. I mean, that's cool, but let's just be real. Nobody cares about you living with your pops because that's just man stuff. It is what it is. That's more accepting because, you know, everybody assumes that dad know you're going to be getting it in, so dad don't care. Dad's probably happy that you're getting it in because that means, you know, he's proud father. But let's be real. And I'm going to start with you, Marcus J. Realistically, and your mom probably listening because she likes to listen. How many years realistically do you think you could have lived with your moms?
When I was 18, I moved out.
And that was pretty much
when I was 18, I moved out. Now I moved out because I moved away to go to college.
I mean,
know, so
if you stayed around Jersey City,
well, see, it's hard to say. I'm not one of those people that likes to put a time frame on things. Oh, you've been together for 6 months. Time to start thinking serious. Or, you're 25. You need to move. Let me finish my statement. Yeah. You know, I'm 25. I need to move out. I'm not one of those people that likes to put a certain time frame on things because I know that every situation is different. Me personally, I'm not the kind of personality that likes to be confined. You know what I mean? And I know that had I continued to live in my mother and my father's house, that I would have had to be checking in when I leave the house. Where you going? What time you coming back? All that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't like that. I deal with that from time to time when I go home to visit, and I'll be 40 next year, and I deal with that sometimes when I'm trying to visit. So I know living in the household, that would have been something that I would have had to learn to live with, and that's not something that me personally I like. So I know that very soon after I became of age, I would have been already thinking of ways to get out. And that's no disrespect to my parents. No, just like it would be no disrespect to anybody else's parents if you have that kind of mentality. If you're a parent and you're taking that personal, then you probably shouldn't be taking that personal, in my opinion. So for me, I'm saying pretty soon after maturity. Like once you're able, then you should probably be thinking about how you can how can you become the adult that your parents raised you to be. Get yourself a job where you can take care of yourself and sustain yourself. Because real talk, Mama J ain't living with me until she's 30. That ain't going down. It's just not.
Say what?
It's just not.
So you know this already?
It's not going down like that. You need to figure out what you're going to do with your life. Are you going to go to college? Cool. I will help you until you finish going to college. You going to college for 4 years? You're going to get a master's? You're going to be a doctor? I'll help you through all of that. But when that's over, you're going to get 6 months, just like I got when I graduated college, and that's it.
You ain't going to let it go.
You can talk that mess all you want, but when you ask me my opinion, I'm going to give you what my opinion is, because that's how I was raised. Mm-hmm. So I was given 6 months after I graduated college, and after that, then not only was I not in the house, I was cut off. And not cut off in a negative way, but I was able to sustain myself.
Yeah.
And I'm going to raise my daughter to be the same way. And she ain't going to want to live with me beyond, her maturity age. That's just, I mean, to me, it's kind of whack. You want to live at home. I get the whole, let's save some money, let's stack some chips. I get all that. But after a while, when you grown folks want to live like grown folks.
Banks?
Hey man, I came back from college. I had to check in one time too many. I moved out. Plain and simple.
So basically, like what I just said, you checking in and you like, I'm not feeling that.
I'm not feeling it. If I got up, if I didn't get home to 3 something in the morning, had to be at church on Sunday. Look, I'm out. Deuces. And just
So
happened,
if they weren't like that, would you have stayed longer?
it's possible, but still, I couldn't have company.
Oh hell no. Hell no. Marcus J like the ladies, man. Marcus J like the ladies. There's no way. There is no way.
You could have rolled up late with
no. Must be crazy.
True story.
Must
I
be
was
out
still
your
in
mind.
college. I basically had to live by their rules at the time. I came home. My dad took the car. I rode my bike from my house to VCU to meet up with some girls. I
remember, and I know that's true because I've heard this story.
You took the car.
He took my car keys. Yeah.
Why did he take your? If I may ask.
I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
Nah,
But you still got on that.
he got
that
on his
shred
bike.
bike.
He rode.
He got with it. That's what I'm talking about.
He rode his
man.
10-speed for some booze.
Was it good?
As far as I can remember, yeah, I went home with a smile on my face.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Right.
Man, that's like what, 6 miles, right? 10 miles.
Something like that.
Yo, you rode that deep, son? Yo, that's.
He rode it.
Part of the way was uphill, the rest of it was downhill. I mean, that was good.
I hope downhill was on the way
Wow.
home.
It was on both. Actually, I mean, the only hill is coming up coming up Monument. So that's the
Wow.
only hill.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
My boy Q hit me up, says his mom gave him 6 months for his entire adult life to live with her. So he can use it whenever he wants. But he got 6 months for your whole life. If you need to roll through in a day, that's 50 days left.
That is hilarious. Yo.
And he was like, yo, she gave me luggage for his 18th birthday. Yo, that's ill. That's ill. Now, my folks, I rolled out, and then, the one of the big reasons why I love my folks is because I went out and I left and I got myself into something that I probably shouldn't have been into, and I didn't have stuff straight. And I'll never forget, and I love my parents for this. My dad was like, yo, just come on home. We'll get you, come on home, get yourself straight, and roll out, And I'll never forget that because I don't even know where I would be if my folks didn't do that for me, And I left. I rolled out college. I went to Richard Bland for a little bit, unfortunately, and then I had to work. Brother had to pay some bills.
I don't begrudge anybody who has a different opinion than me.
Yeah.
But for me, yeah. I would have been figuring out that whole time I was living at home how I'm going to get out. And again, I know I'm not in the minority in that feeling, and I know that anybody that feels that way can't have any disrespect that they would feel towards their parents.
Yeah.
But when you grown, you want to be grown.
Exactly.
And
it was humbling to go back home.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And I'm not going to ever say that you shouldn't do it. I will say that, if your parents allow you because you in some trouble, great. But don't be just hanging out there because you ain't got nothing else better to do. You got to be doing some stuff.
Yeah.
So Banks, how long you gonna let little Banks live with you? Just out of curiosity.
When school lets out, he's got 9 years from when school lets out this year.
So when he turned 18, when he graduates, he out.
He gone.
You gonna give him like a 3-month period or something to get himself together? Or you just kick him out next day, graduate?
Deuces. Bye.
Wow, hardcore. All right, next thing. Everybody's heard of the catfish. However, do you think it's cool to catfish somebody if you're in a relationship with them to see, catfish. Basically, you're going online and you putting up a fake profile, and then you basically get somebody to quote unquote fall in love with you or whatever, but you never meet them. You may talk to them on the phone or whatnot, but it's pretty much a whole bunch of lying going on. They don't even have a show about it. It's okay. But it happened to Manti Te'o this year. It happens to people all over the place, apparently. But this one person thought her man was cheating on her, so she created a catfish She created a new chick who hit him up on Facebook, right? And he had one of her friends. She had one of her friends that he didn't know talk to him, and she said that this dude was talking more to the chick he never met than her, who was his girlfriend. So my question to you is,
She must not have been his girlfriend.
she said she was a girlfriend. I can only go by what I was told. So my question to you, Banks, is that a cool way of finding out if your significant other is cheating, or do you think it's kind of just like weak and you should just be upfront about it, or go old school and like follow them all the time?
Personally, I'm gonna need you to send me a picture, so it ain't gonna make me a bit of a difference.
Well, I mean, they send you a picture of somebody you don't know who that is,
You know, it's gotta be more than one.
and she fine, of course.
It gotta be more than one time.
I mean, they can. I'm saying on the Facebook they can do what you need to do. But what I'm saying to you, what I'm asking you is, if this is you, and at this point in time you're married, so we're not going to use that. If you were single or you were in a relationship, would you? Sorry. If you were in a relationship, would you catfish your girl to see if she is cheating on you?
No, I can't say I would. I mean, it's not my place.
But if you think she's cheating on you, what would you do?
I don't care. I got other ways of handling that.
Which are?
I'm gonna tell you all my secrets and tips.
Well, what? You ain't got no secrets now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, these guys don't want to talk. What about you?
I think that's whack. I mean, people have their ways to, keep their tabs on the people they with if they have suspicions. It's fair enough. But, if that's the sole reason this catfish, I never heard of the phrase catfishing until you brought it up just now. Mm-hmm. The whole trying to holler at somebody under false pretenses to me is whack. That's just whack to me. I don't see any reason for it. I don't see any need for it. I thought the whole Manti Te'o thing was whack when it was going down. So, I mean, I don't really know how to respond to that. It's not something that I would ever do. Mm-hmm. And it's not something that I could see ever happening to me. There won't be any need for it. But, I wish that I had more to say on this one. I just don't. I mean, to me, it's kind of a dumb thing.
Well, I guess let's rephrase it another way. If you knew that your girlfriend was not just with you, or you think you had a feeling she might be cheating, how would you go about finding out?
Well, like Carlton, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, one, because I haven't thought about it. I really haven't thought about it. So, to be honest with you, anything that I would say to you right now would be me pulling it out my ass, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So, I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not a kind of question that.
Of course not.
Who sits around and says, okay, my girlfriend or my wife or my boyfriend, my husband might be cheating on me. So these are the steps that I would take to try to find them out.
Some people do, surprisingly.
Well, I mean,
I'm not saying it's right.
See, I don't walk around thinking like that. That's just not how my mind works. Because if it was going down, then it's just going down. And if I stumble upon it, then so be it. I'll deal with it then. But I'm not that guy that goes looking for it. And if it's happening and I'm not aware of it, then by all means knock yourself out until I catch you. That's
then when you catch him, it's a done deal?
I mean, it really depends. For me, it's not one of those things where everything is black and white. For some people it is, and that's fine for them. But it's not like that for me, because I've seen enough situations where people come back from it, and people have reasons for doing what they do. So if I felt compelled by whatever reason it was, then maybe I'd be open to listening and discussing it. But, it's not one of those things where, you map out a strategy for how you will go about trying to catch your partner in something when because that's the question that you ask.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ain't nobody thought of that before. I'm literally pulling it out my ass as I'm telling you, as I'm talking.
Okay.
So, move on.
Well, don't tell me.
I don't want to talk about this no more.
Guess what? I still got something to say.
I will say something then.
You know what? Your disrespect is
I don't care how you feel. I really don't care how you feel about that.
See, that's so messed up, man. I don't disrespect you. But I'm just saying.
Did he just say what I think he just said?
His feelings are hurt.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm just saying he's disrespected me. That's all I said. But back to the comment at hand. No, I don't think you should spend that much time doing it, because, to be honest with you, all that time that you sitting there getting on that together, you could be finding yourself somebody else. Because if you really don't trust anybody, it's time for you to move on anyway. And the last thing I have today is not pretty much kind of, I want to say it's kind of a list, but what is...
Did he say cannibalism?
No, kind of a list.
Oh, kind of a list.
So I want you to think real hard. Not in your personal relationships, because I don't want to do that. That's personal. I don't want to do that. But even for making new friends or whatever, what are deal breakers? Such as, for instance, for me, a deal breaker is unintelligence. I can't deal with unintelligence. If I can't talk to you, then we have a problem. All right, y'all can just shoot them out. It's cool.
Friendship deal breakers,
or even relationship deal breakers, either one. But I don't think you want to use that.
I don't like talking on the phone. I just don't. I don't like talking on the phone. So if you're somebody that's like always calling me, that's kind of a deal breaker for me. I just
blowing you up is not a good
blowing up my phone. I mean, it's one thing. Like I'll text with you all the time. We can text forever.
Yeah,
that's what I'm good at. And then there's certain people that I can talk to on the telephone. You know what I mean? I can't talk to everybody on the phone. There's certain people that I feel like, okay, I could talk to you on the phone. But then there's others, I just don't want to talk to you on the phone.
Yeah.
And there's no rhyme or reason for it. It's just a personal feeling. So if you a new person and you want to rap on the phone and you constantly calling me and blowing up my phone, yeah, that's kind of a deal breaker for me. I don't want to talk on the phone.
Okay.
For me.
And I don't dislike texting. I'd rather not. I'd rather just talk to you and let you know how I feel and be done with it. Banks, what's a deal breaker for you?
Cigarette smokers.
You don't like cigarette smokers?
I can't stand it. I got friends too that smoke, and it drives me crazy because I feel like every time I hang out with them, I literally have to go home and take a shower, every single time. No, seriously, because the slightest little smoke gets in your shirt, and then you stink forever.
Yep.
You know.
You know what's a deal breaker for me? It was real messed up, but as a relationship deal breaker for me, I hate moo-moos, yo. I think moo-moos are like the worst. A moo-moo is basic. No. You know the grandma dress that your significant other would put on or one of your friends would put on is just not attractive at all. It accentuates no part of your body. Now, if you don't know
people
who
used to that when you get married.
I'll be hell no.
You got a choice.
I'm just saying. I'd rather you go with the t-shirt and shorts than a moo-moo.
You'll see a whole lot of t-shirts and shirts, but they
I would deal with t-shirts and shorts. I can't deal with moo-moos because getting to that is like going through a jellyfish, yo. Because you got to find the opening. That was all at the bottom, and then that's just too much work, man. I can't do it. And plus, they're just physically unattractive. There's some women who actually wear things like that, and it accentuates nothing.
You preach to the choir on that one.
Why he acting like we don't know this already?
I mean, I'm not even talking about just well, I'm talking about people who just go out and with a moo-moo on that comes down to right below their shorts. It's the worst. Anything else? What other deal breakers y'all got?
I told you what I had.
I mean, you got more than one, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, as far as deal breakers, I mean, I don't like people who are not kept. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, you'll go out somewhere and you'll see someone. You don't need to be dressed to the nines. I'm not saying that, but if you walking around, for fellas, with the pants sagging, or sisters, that to me is
kids don't sag your pants.
Don't sag your pants, or sisters who go out with rollers in their hair, or with the hair wrap on, or with the what's the thing that they wear now, like the pajama pants in Walmart.
Yeah,
things of that sort. They kind of deal breakers. If I was in the market, that would be something that I wouldn't be. I mean, you could be bad, and a lot of sisters, they think that a brother holler at them no matter how they look.
Nah,
well, some brothers will, but I don't know what kind of quality brother that you're gonna get that's trying to holler at you. You up in Walmart and whatnot, and you got on your pajama pants and your head wrap. I understand that you're not in there to get hollered at, and I get that, but I personally feel that there's a certain level of respect that you should have for yourself, where you present yourself to the public in a certain kind of way every time you leave your house. You can't walk right out your house, roll out of bed, and take your ass to the store. No.
Nah.
So, and the same with the brothers. I mean, and there's some brothers, real talk, that'll get dressed up. They dressed, and their pants are sagging. They dressed, but their pants are sagging. Said is hitting us up on the MixLR page when we were talking about the number one turnoffs for when we mentioned smokers. He not feeling us on that. I'm guessing said as a smoker. Sorry, bro. I know said personally. Yeah, we know that you're a smoker. Yeah, the smoke. Those of us who are not smokers, it annoys the hell out of us. But hey, you know, when you want to fellowship with your peoples, you deal with it, and then you go home and you scrub every inch of your body to get that stinky, nasty smell off of you. You know, it is when you want to smoke. I don't want to smoke. So
you know what else I hate, man?
What else?
I hate with women. I hate unkept fingernails, man.
Yeah.
If you gonna put the polish on, don't be rocking the middle chip part. Oh, that gets to me, man. That's like, oh,
The
really?
chip.
You sat there and you just didn't even take it off or coat it or something. I mean, I can't deal.
And here's what I don't understand. Like, what the hell are you doing that the middle of your nail gets chipped? Not the tip, but like in the middle. And like, what are you doing?
It's like
with
they
your
got
hand?
all around it and then quit.
Yeah,
It's the worst. It's the worst.
I don't understand.
I mean,
that.
ladies, you got issues. You can call. You can call up and watch
what?
too.
Yeah, call us at 804-402-2289.
That's the worst, man.
You know what's worse than chipped fingernails?
What?
Chipped toenails.
Ooh.
That's even worse. That's even worse. It really is, because chipped toenails you can cover up if you want to. You ain't got to roll out with chipped toenails.
Yeah, if your feet looking stank,
Yeah, man.
put on tennis shoes.
Flip flops anyway, so.
I mean, you know, this time of year, they all getting excited because Old Navy about to have them dollar flip-flops. Ladies,
Yeah.
we know y'all about to run out to Old Navy, get them dollar flip-flops. Yeah, if you want to get them dollar flip-flops, either don't paint your nails or keep them painted. And that's simple. Either don't paint them or keep them
And
painted.
if you're gonna do that, make sure the back of your heel is got lotion on it, so they don't look all cracked and stuff.
Said has a real good one. Said has a real good one. Overdone makeup.
Yes.
I mean, when you walking around looking like Homie the Clown, this a problem. You know, you got on so much makeup that I don't even know what complexion you are because you got it all caked up and stuff. And, you know, my thing is this. I mean, sisters, y'all are beautiful. Y'all come in all kinds of colors naturally. You got all kinds of hints and cues and stuff to your face. You ain't got to be doing all of that. You really don't. Just another one, just kind of piggyback off of said, if you're going to do anything, keep your lips moist. I can't stand ashy lips. I can't stand your lips so cracked up where I can see like little tracks of blood that want to peek
Stop
through.
it.
No, I don't
Stop
like that. I don't like that, yo. I really don't like that. Just keep your lips moist.
Now, I mean,
you don't need to be wearing lipstick. Just keep them moist.
yeah, yo, lip gloss is it.
Yeah,
man.
wear some lipstick. Get some chapstick. It ain't got to be sexy.
Yeah.
Just keep them moist.
Yeah. I mean, Banks, what else you got, man? I know you got more than one thing.
Hey, you know, I mean,
you all quiet over here. That's the only thing you got, man. So pretty much you cool with everything else except for one thing.
That one thing. That's it. He's good.
My biggest thing is this: I'm not in the market anymore. So
It doesn't matter. I'm talking about even for friends,
But you
man.
ain't blind, man.
Yeah.
Hold on,
You ain't blind, yo.
Hold on. The thing is, I'm not in the market anymore. Therefore, I don't look anymore. Therefore, I don't care.
So basically, you don't care what your friends look like or care about or how they look around you, which reflects point. You don't give a crap. Basically, you can be best friends with that bum outside who is dirty all the time and look good and don't look good, and you cool with that?
I accept you with that 4-8 shirt on every time I see you. So why not?
I mean, what are you trying to say?
I'm just saying.
I'm unkept now.
I
Is that what you're
accept
saying?
you
I mean, say it right now,
I
man.
accept you regardless.
You right here.
Plain and simple.
I mean,
I ain't scared.
this guy over here, man. This guy
You're
over
not
here.
about the same height.
He took it there.
Man, you know, it's whatever.
Like I said,
It's whatever.
If
So
you do-
basically, you know, some new dude you met, he's cool regardless with you.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know.
The
that.
only thing I told you, the biggest thing. First of all, hold on. Let's go back to the original question. The original question is, what is?
Please don't swallow that, Mike.
The biggest thing. The question was, what's the deal breaker? You being my boy, I ain't trying to make no deals with you. You can be like you want to be. So again, if you want to go back to the question that was asked, I don't do smokers.
He does have a good point there. I mean, the reason why I say he has a good point there is because, man, I'm almost 40, you almost 40, he's already 40. The older you get, the less interested you are bringing new people into your circle. I met all the people I probably need to meet as far as good friends, personal friends. Hey, look, if I stumble upon somebody in the coming years and we end up having a close relationship, then great. We end up being good friends, great. But I'm at a point in my life right now where my guard is already up because I'm busy. I ain't got time to be developing new relationships and things of that sort. I just don't. So I guess as far as the whole what is the deal breakers, in fairness to Carlton's point, I somewhat agree because I ain't looking for nobody. You know what I'm saying? If I meet somebody and we cool, then cool. We go out, have a few beers or whatever. But as far as us being homeboys and all that kind of stuff, I don't really care. Like with dudes different with dudes anyway.
Thank you.
I mean, for one, like unless you like when he said smokers, cool, that's one thing. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be a deal breaker for me. I don't like to smoke, and I would ask that you don't smoke around me. It wouldn't necessarily be a deal breaker. But one thing that I can't do is the sagging pants, because that reflects on you. It reflects on your respect for yourself. And everybody around you, and in turn, it's going to reflect on me. Because if you see me rolling through BW3s or I probably shouldn't have said their name, they ain't paying us, but if you see me rolling through some place with somebody and I dress the way I dress, and this guy's got his pants sagging, you're immediately going to look at what is perceived as the negative quality amongst the two of us, and you're going to attach it to the both of us. So that's one thing that I know I already said it, but just to kind of reiterate that point, since you appear to be looking for more stuff and we're tapping out here, but that's one that is a big deal for me. If you have some sort of quality that will negatively reflect upon me, I can't roll with you, bro. I can't. And sisters, keep your nails done.
No, I wouldn't exactly keep digging, but my thing is, I feel like sometimes that we talk and Banks don't, and I like to delve into the mind of Carlton Banks a little bit sometimes because I like to know what's in there. I know part of what's in there.
Ain't nothing in there.
I mean, I'm trying to get a man some credit.
I've been out of the game for 10
but I guess my thing was.
But you ain't blind.
Yeah,
I ain't blind. But see, you know what? Even when I was from the standpoint of that. You and I had differences in our top 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we can't even agree on the top 10 basketball players, and that's okay.
No, I'm talking about back in the day. We had a difference in the top 5 between Aint and the other girl.
Whoa, we called names out of you.
You call it.
I ain't know it's like that.
You just crossed the man line. You definitely lost a piece of your man card just now. He absolutely.
We had a
this is what you get when you get him to talk.
I know you sorry. You want
this
me
is
to talk.
what you
I'm not sorry. I think it's great. I think the man needs. I'm just saying, don't call out people's name like that.
Yeah, damn. What's wrong with you?
I'm mad you called. Well, she was my top one. Whoa.
I mean, for the record, she was bad. She was bad. Yeah. We don't need to call her out by name.
She had the mechanic type hands, though. That was a turnoff to me. The mechanic type hands she had.
Well, I might be able to roll with that, but
I can't believe him. Right
no,
now.
I can't believe you just called her name out like that.
Yeah,
like she paying you.
I mean, hey,
she might be listening right now.
I'll
tell you, if you listening, call us 804-402-2893. Called in. I thought
she
was
called
bad.
in.
We thought you was bad.
I want to know if you still get the mechanic type hands.
I thought you was bad. He didn't think you was quite as bad as I did, but hey, it is what it is.
She's in my top 5, but she won't my number 1.
She was higher up for me than she was with you, but
the hands and her attitude turned me off. So I mean,
she had man hands.
She did.
She had.
Y'all really talk about this girl?
She had man hands.
This table, that's her hands.
She had man hands. She did. Like you know how you you say, hey, how you doing? And you try to be respectful. You hold her hand and say, hey, or you kiss her hand like dudes supposed to do all that kind of stuff. You ain't want to do that because you felt like you was kissing a dude's hand.
You laughing?
You laughing?
I
mean, the fact that he called her out now is out. We might as well
y'all
let it
just
go.
said, "Hey, this chick is just getting derailed."
But she was beautiful.
I
think we will agree that she was beautiful. She just had jacked up pants and man hands.
Yeah,
she did.
You laughing?
I'm laughing because y'all really just first of all, you put this girl's name out and y'all just went in.
I ain't put her last name out.
That's not. Man, with her first name, ain't too many people with that first name.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
What it is,
but I just think it's kind of.
I thought she was beautiful.
Funny and kind of messed up and such.
She was pretty, but I can't get past.
Oh, see. You said beautiful. You said pretty.
Her hands and her attitude. Those are the two things that really turned me off to her. I mean, visually. I can't. Hey, my left eye may not be able to see too good, but my right eye saw a lot of things visually.
Carlton Banks, Carlton Banks got Big Rube week over here. This is crazy. So this is what happens when we tap into the mind of Carlton Banks, man.
Carlton Banks pure comedy tonight.
Ask me too many questions.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. If that's what I need to do to get into the mind of Carlton Banks, then it's gonna happen more often.
See what happens when we have a night we don't have no ladies.
Yep.
This is the first night
dude goes
in a
off.
very long time
Yeah.
we didn't have any ladies join us here on Ain't No Half Step.
She got
Marcus
man
J.
hands.
Live from the Dana Legacy InternetRadio.com and MixLR. We had no ladies here to
Yeah.
kind of keep us from completely wilding out because we like to try to be respectful.
Yeah.
We're respectful men in here. But
But
tonight,
sometimes you need to
when you
wild
don't
out
have
a
no
little bit.
ladies in the
Yeah,
building,
wild out.
then you get ladies' names called out in man hands.
Yeah, man.
And whatever, what was it? Pair of pants that she wore? So
I won't know about the pants.
no, what were you saying?
You said what was it, electric something?
Yeah, you said her attitude and
Her attitude on the mechanic type hands.
Mechanic hands. You said mechanic. I think you said something about. Oh, okay. Anyway,
Yo.
you said mechanic hands. I said man
Yo.
hands. So we definitely agree that she has some jacked up
She has
hands.
some jacked up hands. She
But you know
motion.
what? It's a good thing. I don't remember if she wore open toe shoes or anything. It's a good thing that I don't remember that because if you got jacked up hands,
I swear that would give me.
I hope you didn't say she looked like no gorilla or nothing. 'Cause that
I'm
would
just saying she might look like
Yeah,
she's
stop it.
she's kicking
stop
sand all
it!
day.
Stop it!
real.
Stop it! Stop blowing this girl up on
Sandblast on
national
her feet.
TV.
I'm just saying.
Dude, she
you ever
just
see
sandblasted
a
her
sister
hand.
with some sand?
Shut up.
And then the heel, and then her heels be like all hard and calloused. She might have had like combat boot feet.
Dude, I've seen some women with some ashy feet sit there and pick the skin off their feet and then go touch somebody's computer.
Oh,
Oh, that's just nasty.
I just looked at it as like, let them on my computer.
Like she worked a construction site barefoot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yo, Marcus, J, we need to do this more often, man. We need to open the mind of Banks. We need a session. We need a segment called "Open the Mind of Carlton Banks."
What we
man.
need to do is we need to go back to Carlton Banks segment, which we have not had on Legacy Internet.
Why can't we do it next week?
We can do it next week.
Do it next week.
What do you think
What do you
about
think?
it?
What do you think about her man
What do you think about the man hands?
Yeah.
So there it is. Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J listeners who have hung in there with us. The time is 9:15, and we're going to wrap up this segment here momentarily. But you heard it here first. Carlton Banks is going to lead us next week in the segment called "What Do You Think About It?" where we always have Carlton Banks bring in his question, and we'll just leave it there. If you listen to us on the website we used to be on, you know how that segment rolls. But now that we on Legacy Internet Radio live from the Den, as well as MixLR, then you know that we go in a different direction. Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. Carlton Banks. Go ahead and finalize the segment here. You want to say something about what you're going to bring us next week? You want to preview? What do you think about it, man?
Preview and find me some nasty looking toes, some man hands, and how they could be sandblasted to do some sandblasting to sand things down and take care of a lot of cardboard and all that. Because I ain't gonna front that girl hands. I'd be like, nah, you can't touch me.
It was just, you know what it was? It was bait and switch because she was really, really attractive.
She really was.
She was very attractive.
She really was.
It's very attractive.
But bait and switch is the word.
But then when you shake her hand, it's like she's squeezing that joint.
Please.
It is what it is. We need to stop clowning. We need to stop clowning.
Imagine some corduroy denim pants.
Shut up.
On her hands.
Shut up, man.
All right.
Shut up. I'm so weak.
All right,
right now.
all right.
You know
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to the normal tenor of Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J. We try to keep a level of seriousness in the second hour. Obviously, we took a turn here, but it's all in fun. We haven't gotten a
After
chance to
9
do this
o'clock, man, it's all-
and
that's
whatnot.
all.
And of course, like I said, we didn't have any ladies in here to kind of keep us to behaving, but it is what it is. Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J. We're going to take our final break of the night, and when we come back, we got our rants and we got our closings. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us. We'll be back in a minute.